Welcome. We are Gianina Turcanu and Alina Buduleanu, teacher trainers at the practice school of the GSTEAM Consortium. Because school is not only about learning content, but also about fairness, respect, and how we relate to others, in this session we will share practical ways to address gender bias and conflict through activities that promote critical thinking and inclusion. Today's session covers gender-related aspects of the curriculum and teaching practice, followed by classroom activities and exercises. All examples are practical and adaptable to different school contexts. Before discussing classroom strategies, it's important to understand how gender inclusion fits into the curriculum. Most curricula already promote values like fairness, respect, inclusion, and equal participation, and are flexible enough to adapt lessons without adding new content. Gender inclusion is not a separate topic, but a conscious way of teaching through everyday choices in language, examples, and participation, so all students feel respected and able to engage.
Hexagonal thinking is a teaching strategy that supports critical thinking by helping students make a meaningful connection between ideas. Students work with hexagons, contain concept, image, or keywords and connect them in a way that makes sense to them, explaining their reasoning. There is no single correct answer. The focus is on how and why connections are made. The strategy is highly flexible and can be adapted for different subject, age groups, and learning goals. Teacher can choose to provide pre-filled hexagons or have students create their own. When used in discussion about gender, hexagonal thinking helps students recognize bias, explore the origin and impact of stereotypes, and reflect one more inclusive attitude or behavior. Overall, it encourages discussion, collaboration, and deeper understanding. Rosa Parks is a case study. I like that study case. This activity uses a case study and role play to help students understand a historical event from multiple perspectives rather than judging it from the outside. Using the case of Rosa Parks, students take on different roles, such as Rosa Parks, the bus driver, passenger, a police officer, a journalist, a civil rights activist, each with a different level of power, a risk, and social expectation. Students prepare by answering key questions from their role's point of view, focusing on motivation, fear, and the possible consequences. The teacher then moderates a guided discussion about power, social status, and reaction. Reflection is central, and students compare perspective, challenge assumption, and consider alternative action. Through this process, students build empathy, critical thinking skills, and deeper understanding of how historical and social dynamics continue to shape the present.
The Mars Constitution activity is a part of a project-based learning process in which students imagine themselves as Mars colonists, designing a shelter and making decisions about how a space colony would function. At this particular stage, the focus shifts from technical design to social organization. Students are asked to create a constitution for their colony based on a set of proposed laws written by experts. These laws are intentionally controversial and include clear examples of inequality and gender bias, such as limiting leadership to men or assigning roles based on gender. Working in groups as the colony's crew, students discuss each law, vote for or against it, and rewrite it when necessary. They must justify their choices and negotiate with others, making the task realistic and engaging. In terms of gender inclusion, the activity fosters critical thinking, empathy, and perspective taking, while also developing communication, collaboration, and respectful debate. Most importantly, students learn that rules are created by people and that they can be questioned and changed to build more inclusive societies.
Thinking Loud Club is a debate-based activity that gives students a safe and respectful space to explore social issues and different perspectives. Its main, aim is to help students recognize gender bias, develop critical thinking, and learn to handle disagreement constructively. Students take part in structured debate, role-based discussion, and what if scenario that challenge stereotypes and fix assumption. They practice building arguments, responding to counter arguments, and listen to the other. Through this process, students develop empathy, confidence, and respectful communication skill, learning that sensitive topic can be discussed through dialogue rather than confrontation. All the examples we have shared today have one thing in common. They show that gender inclusion can be addressed through everyday teaching practice, not through extra lesson or separate topics. By using discussion, debate, and project-based learning, we help students think critically, understand different perspectives, and learn how to deal with conflict in a respectful way. Thank you for your attention, and we hope these ideas will inspire you to adopt and apply them in your own classroom.
Thank you.